Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Kim. Today is Friday the 13th. And for the superstitious among us, that typically means a day of bad luck. But not everyone feels that way. Many say the day gets a bad rap, that the number 13 is actually quite lucky. Regardless of what you believe, there is no evidence to show that Friday the 13th is any different from any other day. Still, the fear some people have is real and even has a name or two. It's called frigatriskaidekaphobia in some places, paraskevidekatriophobia in others. All years have at least one Friday the 13th. The good news for those creeped out by it, there are never more than 3. Maryland, Ohio, and Kentucky are the first, but probably not the last. The governors there shuttered K-12 schools statewide for at least the next 2 weeks to stem the tide of the coronavirus. In other developments, both Disney World and Disneyland are shutting down through the end of the month. Major League Baseball suspended spring training and delayed opening day. The NHL put its season on ice indefinitely. March Madness is no longer just fanless, it's now canceled entirely, and all shows on Broadway are going dark for the next month. Not surprisingly, the stock market is still rattled. It dropped more than 2,300 points yesterday, the highest single-day drop since 1987. Grammar school students in Taiwan aren't waiting for someone else to keep them healthy. With the help of their robotics instructor, they've built their own automatic disinfectant dispenser out of Legos. When the gizmo senses a pair of hands, a gear wheel mechanism pulls back the handle and sprays an alcohol-based cleanser. 9 years ago, teachers at the school decided the students needed to learn the basics of engineering so that in the event of a natural disaster, they could help solve problems in their community. In this case, it seems to be working. Taiwan has only 45 cases of the virus compared to neighboring China with 80,000. Check the mailbox. The 2020 census, which began on the back of a snowmobile 2 months ago in Alaska, is now in the lower 48 and Hawaii. Families should look for invitations to complete the once-in-10-year population survey either by answering written questions over the phone or for the first time online. It's a big deal. Not only is it expected to be the largest ever official count in the United States, but the results will impact everything from how many representatives a state will get to how much funding schools and road projects will receive. The last time the census was done was in 2010. The population then was exactly 308,745,538. The apology is too little, too late. As you may know, the U.S. women's soccer team is fighting for equal pay with the men's team. In explaining why that should not be the case, a legal brief filed by U.S. Soccer said the difference in pay is because men have greater skill and more responsibility. The president of the federation has since apologized for the insult, but star player Megan Rapinoe isn't buying it. To kids everywhere, she said, "You are not lesser because you're a girl. You are not better because you're a boy. We are all created equal and should have the equal opportunity to go out and pursue our dreams." For the record, the women's team is ranked number 1 in the world and has 4 World Cup wins. The men are ranked 22nd and have none. That's it for KidNuz this morning. Now, our KidNuz quiz. What is the fear of Friday the 13th known as? Frigatriskaidekaphobia or paraskevidekatriophobia? What are the latest 2 sports leagues to suspend their seasons? Major League Baseball and the National Hockey League. What did grammar school kids in Taiwan build to keep themselves healthy? An automatic disinfectant dispenser out of Legos. What is in the mail? The 2020 census, which counts the U.S. population. In One for the Road, what could be the first of its kind fire involving pig poop? It happened on a farm in England where the porkers wear pedometers which track their steps to prove they are range-free. For reasons unknown, this particular pig swallowed the pedometer, and when he pooped it out, the copper battery sparked his bedding. Firefighters say they were called to the farm to save the bacon, and they did. Lots of hay burned, but none of the animals or humans were hurt. Our birthday shout-outs today go to Jassa in Utah, Marissa in Temecula, California, Mateo from Springfield, Virginia, Marley from Arvada, Colorado, Edgar in Castroville, California, and this weekend, Elise in Sandy, Utah, Lily from Chagrin Falls, Ohio, Jonah from El Cerrito, California, Janaya in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, Lily in Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania, April in Miami, Florida, and a big hello to Mrs. Utzel's students in Ukiah, California, Mrs. Gray's class at Jerseyville East in Illinois, and Mr. O'Connor's 5th graders at English Landing in Parkville, Missouri. Thanks for listening, everyone. A reminder to take our Week in Review quiz, and we'll see you back here for more Kid News Monday morning.